And my mom always says, you know, it's not about have a good day, it's making it a good day.
Been through the storm, we're finally seeing the nice sky on the other side.
The same people we walk by every day each have something going on in their lives, but all we get to see is a glimpse and nothing more. However, if you take a quick moment to sit down and listen, you'll find that behind each smile are stories of pain and of growth. The 2 interviews today include overcoming anorexia and growing in the midst of parents who have divorced. Welcome back to part 2 of my Central Park series, In Ordinary People.
When I was a freshman in college, this was about 3 years ago, basically I became anorexic and later on realized it was kind of spiraling into depression, kind of translate all of my negative feelings into my stomach. If I was anxious about some class or nervous to go do a presentation or something, it would spiral into like, oh, I'm fat, oh, I need to not be eating. So I would start eating 100 calories in the morning, maybe a clementine for lunch, and then I'd have one of those lean cuisines for dinner. And I didn't realize how bad it'd gotten until I got home for the summer and my mom was like, you know, we need to talk, there's something going on. Started to work on it, but it's really hard when, you know, on Instagram, you're posting pictures of yourself and people are saying, oh, you look so good, like, wow, that body and everything, and you like feed off of it. And so you know what you're doing is wrong and you know you're sick and you know it's unhealthy, but at the same time you love the attention. And so that kind of like, it messes with your head a lot. And I know a lot of girls struggle with this, especially now. Like, I think our whole society has disordered eating, kind of a continual, not struggle, but battle. You always have to think, okay, like just because you're having a bad day or feel like your body's not perfect doesn't mean you shouldn't go have that, you know, nacho plate. It's about balance. And I just think it's important for people to kind of know that bodies change and no one's perfect and Instagram is fake and everything's about balance, and that kind of tied back into the whole depression thing. Like, it's hard being in a new situation. For me, moving away from my family, my best friends, I think that kind of was another outlet for my anorexia and eating disorder. And so I would close myself off from my friends. I would spend a whole weekend in my room. I hated going out. It totally detracted from my whole life. And so I finally started seeing a therapist and got it under control. And now I think you look at things through a different lens when you've been through this, and you can kind of understand what other people are going through. I know I'm rambling on a lot of that. I'm trying to like I think a lot of people think, oh, I'm the only person who thinks I'm having a fat day, or like I'm the only person who feels like they can't go and have a normal conversation, feels like they're always putting on a face, but that I do have it under control. I started going on medicine, I like reevaluated my health, and now you can look around and see that other people might need help, and it just kind of taught me a lot about myself. I think it's something that you have to work on every day, because sometimes your head will just go back to that old way of thinking, and you have to like take a step back and remind yourself, like think of the good and think of how much you've grown and think about what's good in life rather than the imperfect parts or something that's not so great. But it is, you just have to keep working on it, and people who are going through the same thing, I think once you decide that you are ready to make the change, then it'll never be easy, but then it'll start rolling forward and you'll get there. But it's work, you know? And my mom always says, you know, it's not about have a good day, it's making it a good day.
So my name's Charlie, 15. I'm in southeast of England, in what we call secondary school, which is your high school, grade 10. I've had my mum, who's had cancer, started when I was 12, just after I moved house, for the fourth time in about the space of 5 years, I think. And mum went for the exam, turned out she had cancer. About 2-3 years into that, my dad cheated on my mum. They ended up divorcing. Then so just been dealing with that, being in a single parent home, seeing my dad occasionally but not all the time.
Let's say anyone else your age had to go through their parents divorcing, what would you kind of encourage them with, or how did you get through that?
To be honest, I think just not choosing sides, because even if I know especially if it's harder if someone's done wrong. You know, my dad cheated on my mum. My mum had done nothing wrong. She was going through cancer, but I didn't ever choose a side. I sort of just let them figure out what they wanted to do, because I didn't want to be the reason that anything worse happened. Because if there was a chance they were gonna, get back together, I didn't want to be like, oh, but I'm on dad's side or I'm on mum's side, so you can't. So I took myself out of the equation, and I was sort of there for both of them. And if one of them wanted to do something, and the other one wanted to do something the same day, I'd be like, can we just do it together? And they usually agree with that. So any advice I'd say would be, don't take sides and sort of don't let yourself get too down with it, because there's times when I was really struggling sort of thing. Don't bottle it up. Bottling up is the worst. It's the worst thing to do.
How'd you let it? What was your output?
Well, I had quite a few actually, because I love my gaming and stuff. So normally I just I sort of blank the world, just game for hours, and then I've got punching bags. Like I just go out and just punch it. I go for runs. I do anything sort of just take out, like let the steam and just let it out. It's gonna sound sobby, but cry. I know some people are like, you shouldn't cry because it makes you look weak, whatever. But you gotta cry sometimes. Been through the storm. We're finally seeing the nice sky on the other side.
The one thing I've learned is that we're never truly alone. So many people have gone through similar battles. Stay strong, and when necessary, look for support. Thanks for watching this episode of Ordinary People.